know that I am, and especially with so many cyber threats coming along, and the hue and cry around ransomware, and again, it's not just hue and cry; it's the reality of today. I am obviously is in the eye of the storm, right? It's where all the action happens. I'm going to ask you more of a broad question first. What do you see happening in the industry when you look at some of the mid-sized companies to large companies? What are the trends you see in this space? Of course, there are leaders like yourself who are making investments who are very, very aggressive about moving the ball forward. But what's your broader view? Where is the industry today from an IM perspective?
That's actually a really good question. I think, from the industry perspective, so I have tons of, my peers, my friends, my connections, and on a regular basis, I definitely talk to a lot of CIOs and CISOs and, the people who are, the in charge, for doing this transformational work. I definitely talk to them. And again, it's always a hit or a miss, right? When we think of a large enterprise or a large company, but I was surprised that they don't even have a basic IAM program in place, right? Versus I've seen a very mid-sized to small company where, they are so forward in their IAM journey, right? So it all depends, on what journey or what step of the journey, the companies are, so it all depends, how important and how I would say the word, that how do you see identity helping, enabling your business, right? So it's about the culture, right? So that's basically, my reaction. But over the last, 2 to 3 years, I've seen that every company, is taking identity access management as their top priority. And not only just from the cybersecurity or technology perspective, but even from the business enablement perspective. I always joke people, right, that first thing, when you come without access, nothing moves, right? You cannot move anything, right? Even if you do your mergers and acquisitions or you are onboarding a new employee, the first thing which comes is your user experience in terms of your access, right? Unless you have your simple user ID and password to log in, nothing else moves, right? And that's how identity is now coming to the forefront, from user perspective, from business perspective. At the same time, as we talked earlier, just a couple of minutes ago, from the threat attack perspective as well, that, hey, that's the most vulnerable, entity right now.
Got it.